It's California Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined by Patricia Lock-Dawson. Today she is joining us as the principal consultant of the Santa Ana River Trail and Parkway Partnership. I've covered rivers for, God, over a decade, and I know how beautiful they can be. I know how they can be ignored, unfortunately. And you're trying to work so that the Santa Ana River comes back to its glory.
It is. You know, there's been a renaissance of late within the past couple of years.
Right.
But the Trail and Parkway Partnership, who I am working with and for now, they've really pushed it recently, probably since about 2006. Things have really come together.
Talk to us about what is the Santa Ana River. It's not just in Santa Ana.
No.
It's much longer and larger.
That's right. Santa Ana River runs 100 miles from the crest of the San Bernardino Mountains to the coast of the Pacific Ocean. It runs through 3 counties, and I think we're up to 17 cities now, with East Vale and Herba Valley being added. And multiple jurisdictions crosses through, you know, special districts in Hoopa and some other places.
So when we hear the name Riverside, there is a river going through Riverside. Is that the Santa Ana River?
Oh yes, Brad, it is, and we embrace it. And you know, that's what we're hearing more and more is people want to put the river back in Riverside. And so, and not just Riverside, but everywhere and along the. We want this to be the jewel in the crown, the place where you can go with your family, where you can go with your kids. You can ride bikes, you can get on horses, you can walk.
So I've had the blessing of visiting several European cities. I think about Budapest. I mean, that Danube River is majestic. I think about in Warsaw, the Vistula River. I mean, they're the center of the cities. They define the cities. Unfortunately, in Southern California, the LA River was channelized. Santa Ana, not channelized, but a bit ignored in the last century, but not anymore.
Well, I think it hasn't been ignored. I think it's been actually taken care of over the years, and that's actually why we're in a position to do so well now.
Well stated. You know, you don't have the issues facing the LA River.
No.
But I think maybe a better way to say it is there's more attention being paid to the resource.
Yes.
And there's more cooperation. Great news for you, I know. Former State Senator Lou Correa sponsored a bill that creates the Santa Ana River Conservancy Program. What does that mean?
That is a new program that will be administered by the Coastal Conservancy, which is a state agency. They're different than Coastal Commission.
Okay, right.
People get those two mixed up, but it's a different agency. And the group that I work with, this group of elected officials from the 3 counties, worked with Senator Correa to craft this legislation to create a program where it's a true state and local partnership, where we work together to direct funds and direct work and coordinate and collaborate on the river.
So what are you doing exactly? What is the group doing to revitalize the river? What's the goal?
The biggest thing, I mean, one of the biggest things is to get the trail finished. And then along that linear backbone, we call it, there will be a series of parks and a series of habitat restoration projects. Natural, man-made, all sorts of different experiences that you can have along that river. And also, you probably know as you drive, if you drive down the 91 freeway and you look off to the north there, there's a dam, there's a golf course, there's freeways, right? So there's a lot of different jurisdictions and entities that are working in that area. So this allows us to bring everybody under one umbrella and talk about what's the best thing for the river, what makes it good, what will bring people out, and share resources.
And where does the funding come? Because ultimately there are funding issues.
Yeah, there's a mix of funding. I have to tell you. Investment in the river now is a combination of both of federal, state, private, and local money. So it's over $100 million that's been invested already on just the trail alone, and that's not infrastructure like dams and some of the other flood control things. So there's a lot of different groups that bring money to the table. For the Coastal Conservancy, that is going to be a line item in their budget.
I see.
But right now what they're using is some money that was passed several years ago, Prop 84. They're using some of that money to help get the thing off the ground.
It's going to be very exciting, and I know your children and grandchildren will thank you for what you are doing. Her name is Patricia Lock-Dawson. She is with the SAR Trail and Parkway Partnership. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's California Edition.
Thanks.